Hey, thanks for joining me today. Do you ever get the feeling that some people just can't help but take the least charitable interpretation of what others say? It's like they got a sixth sense for negativity. They twist words, add a few embellishments, and before you know it, they've blown it up into a massive scandal that's far from the truth. These people, they're masters of misinformation. You know, the squad? This is like the anti-fact squad, taking even the simplest statements and turning it into a full-blown conspiracy theory. It's like they got a PhD in negativity and a minor in exaggeration. But the real kicker is, these individuals, they think they're doing everyone a favor by exposing the so-called truth. But in reality, they're just spreading false information and causing unnecessary confusion. Let's be real. This kind of behavior is just plain cynical. It's like pouring a bucket of ice water on someone's parade. Nice mixed metaphor. And the worst part, these folks are always on the lookout for someone to blame. It's like they're searching for a dark cloud in every silver lining. So sit back, relax, and get ready for a classic example of these interpretation experts in action. You're not going to believe what they've done this time. My name is Tom Coffey. This is the Coffee and Nuance Show, the best censored commentary and news show live right now. Flame on. Hey, thanks for joining me today. I hope I'm live. I hope everything's going well. Still got some computer issues, but I got a great show for you today. It is 2023. There we go. Let's get to our agenda. We're going to talk about Ilhan Omar is now out. Get to that story, and that got to a crazy breakdown of AOC. I'm going to play that clip for you. And then I'm going to do a fact check about this crazy story that she referenced on the floor of the House about Jewish space lasers. Yeah, we'll get to that. Then this may be one of the most important videos I've ever made. I'm going to talk about how Google is censoring yours truly. I'm going to give you hard evidence that that's what's going on and share my thoughts about that. Lastly, because we always need some good news, I want to talk about the idea of free public transit and where they're trying it and if this is something that can be achieved in the future. So that's what we're going to talk about today. But the big story that we've got is about Ilhan Omar and all the fallout from it. So let's get to it. All right, now the story is the House ousted Ilhan Omar from the Foreign Affairs panel. So this was in the New York Times. Ilhan Omar, Democrat from Minnesota, was removed from the Foreign Affairs Committee by the House on Thursday. This was done in response to past comments about Israel that were widely criticized as being anti-Semitic. The move was made by Republicans to cater to the demands of right-wing members. This is the New York Times spin on it. As retaliation to their political advisors, Speaker Kevin McCarthy of California was determined to please the right-wing Republican base and the pro-Israel groups and evangelical voters by driving a wedge among Democrats. It's interesting that the New York Times is able to mind read. They can mind read Kevin McCarthy, and they know what he's thinking. It's amazing. The ouster of Ilhan Omar was met by criticism and support by members of the House, with prominent Democrats such as Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez accusing Republicans of targeting women of color. Republicans claim that Ilhan Omar was held accountable for her words and actions. The process of Voting to oust her highlighted the challenge that Kevin McCarthy faces with his major thin majority. So, yeah, we got to something that was a bit crazy. AOC was on the House floor, and she had a reaction to this. And this is going to lead into our fact check. So let me try this live video and see if I'm able to get it to work. Here we go.
Woman from New York, Representative Ocasio-Cortez.
All right, gentlewoman is recognized for 1 minute.
Thank you. Now, as a fellow New Yorker, I think one of the things that we should talk about here is also one of the disgusting legacies after 9/11 has been the targeting and racism against Muslim Americans throughout the United States of America, and this is an extension of that legacy. Consistency, there is nothing consistent with the Republican Party's continued attack except for the racism and incitement of violence against women of color in this body. I had a member of the Republican caucus threaten my life, and you all and the Republican caucus rewarded him with one of the most prestigious committee assignments in this Congress. Don't tell me this is about consistency. Don't tell me that this is about a condemnation of anti-Semitic remarks when you have a member of the Republican caucus who has talked about Jewish space lasers and an entire amount of tropes, and also elevated her to some of the highest committee assignments in this body. This is about targeting women of color in the United States of America. Don't tell me, because I didn't get a single apology when my life was threatened. Thank you.
All right. That was AOC. And she said some crazy stuff there. But one of them was she referenced Marjorie Taylor Greene as using anti-Semitic tropes and talking about Jewish space lasers. Jewish space lasers, ladies and gentlemen. This truly is projection. She's a calumniator. I'll talk about that in a bit. But this is crazy. So let's get to it. I actually have Newsweek just posted something this morning about this, so I thought I would take a look at that and see what Newsweek says about this, and then I'm gonna tell you what's really going on here. That's my live stream. Oh, there we go. So here's Newsweek today. And the headline: Republican Representative Greene's Jewish space lasers controversy resurfaces after AOC's speech. And GOP Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene's Jewish space lasers controversy. Well, it's right there in the first sentence, so it must be a real thing. This is Newsweek. Right? After Representative AOC defended her fellow Democrat Ilhan Omar in a fiery speech from the House floor. Omar apologized for making a suggestion about after joining the Congress in 2019. During an interview on CNN last Sunday, she said that she'd previously not been aware. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm reading the wrong paragraph here. And I don't want that to be misinterpreted by the robots. So I won't say that. But Ocasio-Cortez said that Republicans were racist against women of color while defending her squad colleagues from the House floor on Wednesday. She accused the GOP of hypocrisy by giving Greene choice committee assignments despite her past support of the anti-Semitic space lasers conspiracy. Space lasers conspiracy. Well, that's interesting. We're acting as if this is true. And this is a big, long article, and we go through the entire thing. Oh, look at all this. Look at this. Look at this. we go through all this. Oh, space lasers, conspiracy theories, Marjorie Taylor Greene, conspiracy theories. And we get down here to the very bottom. And that's what the media does here, folks. What they do, if you read the entire article, which about 1% of people do, they'll actually admit the truth. You know, paragraph 17 or something like that. But they're not going to talk about it in the first paragraph. No, not what you learned in high school where you put the important thing in the first paragraph and then you have supporting facts after. No. That's not what journalism today is. Journalism today is we've got an agenda, we say the agenda, and eventually, paragraph 17, we may stick in the truth. So here at the end of the article, although Greene has never publicly used the exact phrase Jewish space lasers, the controversy originated from a since-deleted 2018 Facebook post from Georgia Republican that did reference Jewish people and lasers from space. The post touted an anti-Semitic conspiracy theory that suggested the Rothschilds, a wealthy Jewish family who often feature in anti-Semitic conspiracies, were profiting off the California wildfires supposedly caused by lasers or blue beams of light from space. So we had this entire long article to tell us about this. But you know what Newsweek didn't do? You know what Newsweek didn't do? They didn't show the post. They didn't put any quotes from the post in it. Why? Space laser. Let's see if we can get. I got the actual post here. If I can pull it up. Boom! There it is. You can blow it up and read the whole thing. But this was from a Facebook post before she even ran for anything. Okay? And I'm going to show you how this is totally exaggerated. She says, as there are now over 70 people confirmed dead and over 1,000 missing, the fires in California are a horrific tragedy, and I'm praying for all involved. Well, that sounds like a terrible thing, right? I'm posting this in speculation because there are too many coincidences to ignore, and I'm putting it out there for some research I've done stemming from my curiosity over PG&E stocks, which tanked all week and then rallied Thursday night after California official announced they would not let PG&E fail. Now, PG&E, folks, is Pacific Gas and Electric. It is the power company of California. I remember when I lived there as a kid. I remember my parents complaining about the PG&E bills, right? So that's what PG&E is. And stocks go down. All of a sudden, there's announces, we're not going to let PG&E fail, and then stocks shoot up. Would be a great opportunity to make some money. So here's where it gets tricky. I find it very interesting that international investment. Okay, I find it interesting that Roger Kimmel, on the board of directors of PG&E, so an individual who's on the board of PG&E, is also vice chairman of Rothschild Inc., international investment banking firm. She's just pointing out that someone on the board of the electric company is also involved with an international banking firm. Is it possible to say that, hey, someone on this board is also involved in an investment firm and they happen to be Jewish without that being somehow that's anti-Jewish? Is that what I'm supposed to believe? That if any criticism of anyone that is Jewish is anti-Jewish? that seems to be something that has been happening with the left a lot, and it's a good. I guess it works. You know, if you criticize a black person, well, you must be a racist. If you criticize something that a gay person does, you're a homophobe. Oh, a particular trans individual does something that you don't care for. If you say anything about it, you're a transphobe. Apparently that's how it works, because this is a great way to give cover to pretty much anyone in the world. I don't know, with the exception of someone like me, right? Middle-aged, straight, white guy, who's not part of any church, you know? Yeah, but you point out that someone on a board is also part of another organization that's part of a bank. Oh my God, that's a conspiracy theory. You can read the entire thing here. I don't think I want to go through it, but let's get down to where it gets to the lasers. So that's the Jewish part, okay? That's the Jewish part. Let's get down to the space lasers. Let's see. She says, it must have been a coincidence that fires are burning in the same projected areas that a $77 billion high-speed rail project is to be built. So the thing to wonder is, and this is the conspiracy, it's like, they wanted to do this high-speed rail project, but there's all this stuff there. It'd be a lot easier if a big wildfire knocked it out. Now Marjorie Taylor Greene, she's not saying that that's it. She just said, what a coincidence. Are you allowed to say a coincidence without it being, some crazy theory? She didn't even say that she thought that. She's just like, oh, it's a coincidence. Okay. Let me put this back up here. I've got to find if I can make this bigger so I can actually see it. Thanks for your patience. Okay. She says, but I do find it really curious, PGE's partnership with Solarin, a space solar generator started in 2009. They announced the launch into space of 2018 and maybe even put them up before that. Space solar generators, they collect the sun's energy and beam it back to Earth to a transmitter to convert it to energy. The idea is clean energy to replace coal and oil. Okay, so that sounds good. If they're beaming the sun's energy back to Earth, I'm sure they wouldn't ever miss a transmitter receiving station, right? Well, seems like a fair point. Mistakes never happen and never made when anything new is invented. What would that look like anyway? A laser beam or a light beam coming down from Earth, I guess. That's the laser beam. She's referencing a partnership that California has with a company that is transmitting energy from the sun, from space, down to Earth for green energy. Says, could that cause a fire? I don't know. I hope not. Doesn't look good for PG&E, Rothschild Inc., Solarin, or Jerry Brown, who sure does seem to be fond of PG&E. Jerry Brown was the governor. Good thing for Solarin that Michael Peavy is on the board, since he's a former president of California Public Utility Commission. So she's just pointing out some of the relationships between these companies and the government. California's most powerful energy regulatory agency. Great connections, all right. I also will say whoever was able to buy that PG&E stock at the bottom before the announcement was made, when stocks rallied, sure did well for their investment. I wonder how you get privy to that kind of info. You must have to know somebody, right? Seems like there's a lot of connected people in this crowd. And with these space solar generators, I really hope they have very good aim beaming the sun's power down to Earth. But what do I know? I just read a lot. Yeah, that's it. That's a Facebook post that she made. What am I missing? That's the Facebook post that she made. She never said Jewish space lasers. She mentions a rich, powerful person that was tied to this company and tied to the big energy company in California, and asked some questions. That's it. But all I've heard, and if you look up Jewish space lasers, you see stuff all over the internet about Jewish space lasers. Marjorie Taylor Greene, MTG. She's an anti-Semite, is the claim. She didn't mention religion once in this at all. And if that's the rule, that you cannot criticize someone that is part of any group, well, that's pretty convenient. I think that's the problem with Bill Gates. See, Bill Gates is just an old rich white guy. And so we can criticize Bill Gates. He's allowed to, but you can't criticize a Rothschild because they're Jewish. That makes sense to me. Doesn't that make sense to you? I would like some guidance on this because I'm confused, because I'm kind of a logical person and I like to treat people the same. And it doesn't look like we're treating people the same, but it looks like we're using this as cover for rich and powerful people. That's what it looks like to me. But coming up next, this is the real one. This is the real story. What they've done to Marjorie Taylor Greene by putting out this notion that she's some kind of bigot because about Jewish space lasers. At least Marjorie Taylor Greene can get her message out there, because I can't. And I'm going to prove that next. Now this is a big deal. This is a real big deal. Last night I was thinking about how AOC just slandered her, just made this up. And I said, you know what? I did an article a couple of years ago about a word. What was that word? I can't remember. And so I searched for it. And then I'm like, oh yeah, Calumniator. Calumniator is the word. And I did a search for my own video. And I want to show you what happened with that right now. Okay? I want to show you what happened when I searched for my own video. So here we are. Now you can look. I'm signed in as me. I'm on my Coffee and Nuance account. Okay? And I'm using Google. Calumniator. Calumniator, plural, calumniators, a person who calumniates, slanders, or makes personal attacks upon others. So that's what a calumniator is. And I made a video about that. And I searched for it on Google, and here's what I got. Well, I searched for it without my name, and there was nothing. I guess I can do that real quick. Sure. I'll do that. I'll just search for Calumniator in general here on videos. And I can go through, and I don't see, and I'm looking for my video, the video that I made on what is a Calumniator. Go through, I can go through page after page after page. Boy, I tell you, like we got all these videos that have nothing to do with it. You know, we got the Bible stuff and USC alumni and all kinds of stuff, but I'm still trying to find my video. Okay. So now we're at the 10th page. And oh look, I recognize this guy, right. Let's see if I can. Right there. That guy. That's me. Back when I had my Portland backdrop before I made my jungle backdrop. And I'm seeing a foreign language here. I think it's Filipino. Well, that's weird. So my video's on somebody else's site. So on the 10th page of Google, I find my video on some, clickbot farm or something. Well, what if I do Calumniator and I put in the name of my channel, Coffee and Nuance? Click on videos. Now, it does have the first thing. It does list a playlist on YouTube, my playlist on YouTube that has it. But I'm looking at videos. I'm looking for videos of this. And we got here, Ano ang Kaluga. Okay, that's Filipino. So that's some site that's posted my video on their site. Here's a second foreign language that's posted my video. A third site that's posted my video. A fourth site that's posted my video. Wow. I wonder if I'm ever going to get to my video on YouTube. Fifth site. Sixth site. So these are all click farms. They take high quality videos that get views, and they post them on their site so they can drive traffic to their thing. I mean, these are all foreign language, and they're all using my video, my thumbnail, with my work. They've stolen it and posted it on their site. And we got 9 different pirated versions of my video. And I'm logged in as me. I'm logged in as Coffee Nuance, right? It's my video. And Google says my video doesn't exist. It only exists on some foreign click farms. But my video on YouTube isn't there, according to Google. Well, let's see what the other search engines say. No, here I am. Here, this is the foreign site, and look. Oh, there's my hard work. There's my video right there on their foreign page. But go to Microsoft Bing. I just put in the word Calumniator. Look at me. I'm right there. Second result, top middle. Don't be a Calumniator. Well, that's pretty good for Bing. Must like me. DuckDuckGo. Oh, right there. DuckDuckGo, they must like me. Oh, that's cool. Right there on the top. Here's Brave. Brave is a new, it's also a browser, but they've got a search engine. And look, they think my video's pretty good. From YouTube, right there, Coffee and Nuance. What's a Calumniator? Definition of calumny, right there. How about, this is Yahoo. Search on Yahoo. I'm right there. Number 2 result. What's a Calumniator? From YouTube. So Yahoo is pointing to the YouTube. DuckDuckGo is pointing to my YouTube video. Brave is pointing to my YouTube video. Google, it doesn't exist, but you can check it out on some foreign click farm. You know, I decided, what are there any other search results? Let's go to Yandex, which is a Russian search engine. I type in Calumniator, on their site, and the only video they list on the front page, just Calumniator, is my video. My video. Front page. Number one video. And you go through all the different search engines and boom, they all think it's good quality. Google has to think that it's good quality because they're pointing it out on all these foreign sites, but they're not telling you that it exists on YouTube. And they should at least have something to try to fool me. I mean, I'm logged in as me, and I can't even find my own video on Google. Marjorie Taylor Greene, if you want to do an investigation, okay, if you want to do an investigation, investigate this, because this is real, okay? I'm totally being censored. They're hiding my videos from anyone that wants to see them. And I kind of know why, right? But think about this. The people that are suggested to you, right? Chances are my video was suggested to you long ago before they put the thumb on the scale. But, you know, you get suggestions. There's, you know, oh, it's Timcast and Jimmy Dore and the Quartering and all these things get suggested to you. Search for exact titles of my videos, and they don't exist. It's really crushing to me personally. It really hurts because I know that I'm doing something that some people like. It can be niche, that's fine. I should have 100,000 subscribers. I have lost subscribers every day this year. The amazing thing is none of these people actually even watch a video. I can look at the analytics and just, you know, lose people every day. I'm not gaining any subscribers. And that's all done by big tech and their collusion with Google. Google owns YouTube. And the permanent Washington state owns Google. So if they won't let people see my videos, there could be other people like me who are putting out fantastic stuff, but we'd never know because we can't find it. And it's really crushing to me. I know I have to do something other than this. I may have to start a totally different channel, change my name. I don't know, get a puppet or something and not show my face. I don't know. Because I would really like to be able to do this. And I can't do this because of what Google is doing to me. And I think I've made it clear that that's what they're doing. Now, I am streaming on Rumble, and a couple people watch me there. They were all found from YouTube. These are all people from YouTube that went over to Rumble. I am on Odyssey. No one's really watching me live there. I'm streaming on Twitch now, and a couple people from here are watching me over on Twitch. I appreciate that. I'm going to learn more about Twitch and see if I can make something happen over there. And I put this out on Twitter as well. You know, why not? But I'm crushed. I'm really crushed. I'm not giving up, and I think what my plan is to just keep doing this. I'm not part of the partner program anymore, so I don't make a single penny from YouTube. And they're hiding me. They're hiding me from me. I can't even search for myself. And I know that this is, I don't even know if people are still watching. Because it's I know I repeat myself. I'm aware that I repeat myself. I do. But this really is the biggest story that there is. Space laser. So AOC made up some crap about a space laser. Who cares? Right? I mean, she's a liar. She's a calumniator. She can't be trusted. She seems like a bright person. Okay? AOC seems like she's smart. I'm not saying she's not smart. It's really odd because she's a dead ringer for my first girlfriend after college. And I can't separate that. So I have a hard time hating AOC because of that. But what she's doing is nothing compared to what Google is doing. They are shaping the information that you get. They're shaping the news that you have, the view of the world. You view it through their lens. And that's the real power. Not a Facebook post from Marjorie Taylor Greene a couple years ago where you can go through and nitpick and draw out conclusions of the least charitable interpretation of what she said. You know? I tell you what, I've heard so much negative stuff about Marjorie Taylor Greene, and I don't look into everything. And then I watched an interview with her, and I was impressed. Yeah, I was impressed. And same thing with Matt Gaetz. I thought Matt Gaetz was this terrible person, and you just kind of take stuff in from around you. You don't pay attention. And then I watched an interview with him, got to see him speak, and I was like, wow, this is not the guy the media has presented. MTG is not the person that the media has presented. I am not presented. Okay? I'm not presented at all. Which makes me wonder what they think about me. My challenge to you, you can Google Calumniator yourself. And I think it's a fantastic thing because it has nothing to do with politics. It's a word, right? My video has nothing to do with politics. All the other search engines put it right at the top, and it doesn't exist on Google. You can do that for yourself. And then here's what I want you to do. Check out a creator that's big. Search one of their topics. And see if they come up in the search engine. Oh, wow. How about that? You don't say. So this weekend, I'm going to take a long, hard look at what I can do. I wish this video, this information, I wish you could get to MTG. Have her run an investigation. You know, I was a Democrat most of my life until a couple years ago, when now I'm independent. I don't even know of any Democrats that would care that Google is putting the thumb on the scale and is censoring people. Because that's what this is. This is censorship. If you think that you can search for something and find it, I searched for something in my own account and it doesn't exist. So I know this is a bit of a rant today. I got one more story to make things a little bit more positive. So, yeah, so let's leave this negativity. I will be reading all your comments in the Aftershow, but let's get to the last slightly better topic. Here we go. Okay, making public transit free. Can we do that? Okay, let's see if we can. Here we go. Let's get the nope. Okay, let's... okay. Still working on the tech, folks. Free public transit, or offering public transport services without any fares, has become popular policy in some countries as a way to reduce car usage and make cities run more smoothly. The evidence for this, its effectiveness, is mixed, with some cities showing a reduction in car usage and others showing little change. The policy has benefits beyond the environment, such as keeping money in the pockets of low-income people who cannot afford a car. But it also tends to benefit wealthier people who live in the inner city and use public transit to commute to central business districts. Spain's the latest country to offer free train travel on some routes. The impact of the policy will depend on local context and the accessibility of public transport. So that's the question. Is this a good idea? I know some places, Spain in particular, they did a thing. If you turn in your old junk car, they'll give you a pass for a couple years for free public transit. It's tricky when things are free. That's the real problem, because if something is free, people feel that they are owed it. It is an obligation to them, and I don't agree with that. I think if you want to, I think a better approach, honestly, is to have some pay. Just a little bit. Pay a little bit. Because then that will keep people from just hanging out there all day, or transients, homeless people, just, riding the subway all day or riding a bus all day just because it's free, right? It's free. I'm obligated. You have an obligation to let me on because it's free, so I'll get on this bus and take a nap, So I don't think the idea of making it totally free works. I think that there should be some kind of contract. When I moved to Portland, they had a fareless square. So the light rail was free downtown and then out to the shopping mall on the other side of the river. And that was really cool. And I really think it was awesome. They did away with it for kind of the, equity reasons, and we need to raise more money. And the other issue is there were problematic people that would just camp out and hang out on the free transit. So they got rid of it. And now incentives really explain everything. And so right now it's actually cheaper if I want to go downtown and have a coffee. It's cheaper for me to just park and pay for parking than it is to take the light rail. So incentives kind of explain everything. I think making public transit cheaper would do a good thing. It'd get more cars off the road and allow, I'm for anything that's getting cars off the road. Get out of my way. I got places to go in my car. But that's that's it. Do you have any ideas on public transit? What do you think? Making it free? Is there anything to that? I'd like to know your thoughts on that. And more, like I say, what I ask, and I don't even know why I ask. It probably doesn't even matter. But if you made it this far, smash the like button. Let's get some likes today. Reassure me that you care. And I hope you have an awesome weekend. If you haven't, I've never said this so far this year. In the description, I do have a mailing list, which is kind of like if they get rid of me, at least I have contact with you. So you can sign up for my mailing list. You'll know that I'm not spamming people because I've yet to send out a single email. But I'm collecting emails of people that like my stuff just in case something happens. I can reach you. But stick around. I will be addressing you in the after show. Have a beautiful weekend. Peace. All right, here we are in the after show. Oh, lots of comments. Very cool. So let's see if I can get this up. Wow, lots of comments. Great. Sorry I kind of rambled a lot today. Bit of a rant, but let's go. Flame on. I like flames in the chat. Thank you very much. That's cool. In the name of Joe Biden. Nice. What's up? Filet mignon. Hey, everybody. Flame on. I hate ice buckets on my parade. That was funny. I try to write these little, I'm doing these monologues now, and I like the metaphor of throwing an ice bucket on a parade, taking two metaphors, mixing them together. I actually searched to see if anyone made that joke before, and I couldn't find anyone that's made that joke. Now, maybe they did and they were censored like me, but I wasn't, I was thinking like, oh, is this a joke someone's used? And I couldn't find that anyone made that joke before. Don't forget to like the stream, guys. Thanks. I'm glad you're looking at the Jewish space laser thing. Yes. Oh, here's the thing, just for you. If you're interested in Ilhan Omar, MTG came out and said, oh, yeah, you married your bro, to Ilhan Omar. I've done a fact check on that. I've actually done two. I've done a fact check and a follow-up on whether Ilhan Omar assisted someone that may have been her brother to come to the United States to go to school. I did two fact checks on that. Good luck finding them, but you can probably go on my channel and click on the fact check playlist, and you can find them there. Or I think you can go on my channel and just search for Ilhan Omar. They should come up. Tobias says, that's the world we live in. I love people who put words in other people's mouths and try to make their point. Kind of like when Trump totally told everyone to inject bleach into themselves, or what he said that some people were fine people. Yeah, those are both hoaxes. As far as I know, I did a fact check on the Charlottesville thing. And as far as I know, mine was the first video that was labeled, hey, fact check, Charlottesville, fine people. That was the first one that was posted that I could find. So, that's it. If we get 50 likes, will you do a coffee after dark stream? Hell yeah. I will do a coffee after dark stream. In fact, I like that name, Coffee After Dark. I got to see if that's taken. But that you know what? That could be my new channel, Coffee After Dark. And I'll wear a mask or something. It's pronounced Calumniator. Calumniator. That's the problem when you have a word that nobody else says, and then you start saying it wrong. No one corrects you because nobody else knows how to say it either. So if I've been saying it wrong, my bad. Calumniator. We'll look it up. Just got hit. Okay. It is frustrating. Sorry, bro, for misquoting the Bible. Okay. Tom, you were suggested to me a long time ago. Yeah, thank you, Martin. Yeah, people that know about my channel found it a long, long time ago. If you give up, they win. I'm not going to give up. But I've come to terms with this particular channel becoming big. Now, I like what I'm doing now, doing this live stream, because I feel that I'm getting better at it and I'm putting together a better show. I really like doing these little monologues at the beginning. I've only done it this week. So I want to work at getting better. I want to work at putting together a better show. I don't have a lot of faith that this channel is going to grow based on what they're doing to it. So, but that doesn't mean that I can't make something happen elsewhere. Uncensored on Rumble, please. You know what? Maybe next week I will do an uncensored on Rumble only Rumble only stream. We had €9 tickets in Germany here last summer, very successful. Meanwhile, if you pay, you psychologically owe it, thus vandalize possibly. You know, one of my favorite cities in the world is Mexico City, and I think it's 5 pesos is the subway there, which is like 25 cents. And I think that's good. You know, 25, 50 cents. Make it so that it's cheap, but make it something, you know. If you've got hundreds of thousands of people, if you got thousands of people a day writing it, you need to collect something. We need to pay for it. And the people that are using it should pay a little bit. The problem is governments tend to demand monopolies. Yes, they do. They don't want to be one public option. They always want to be the only option. They don't do anything better than the market. That's true, legalese. In fact, they do everything worse than the market. I would say in most cases, you're right there. Diet Sprite says, it is free where I live, but I'm not in a major city. That's cool. I'm impressed with the show today. Thank you, Diet Sprite. I liked the Free Square in Portland when I visited in 2011 for a convention. It was nice as I took the train to Portland and stayed downtown. It was really nice. And the other cool thing is you could go and like park next to the mall and then ride it downtown. So that was cool. I'm in the U.S. Pacific Northwest. Oh, what's up? Okay. Calumniator. I'll get it. I'll get it. Charlottesville. Okay, if you're intelligent, ask yourself, why did the guy in the Charger stop? That whole incident in Charlottesville, I think, has been totally misconstrued. It's kind of like the Kyle Rittenhouse thing, you know. If you can actually go and watch the video of what happened, and if you watch the video of what happened, you have one point of view, and then the people that don't watch the video, they have a different point of view. And they have the point of view that is given to them, that is assigned to them by the powers that be, right? So I think most people are assigned their opinion because they don't look into it themselves. That's kind of how it is. We need to share you on Facebook and Twitter. I have and will do more. You know, I was thinking maybe I can live stream on Facebook as well. I don't like Facebook, but I don't like anything, really, you know. We need to share you on Facebook. Okay, you can keep your content, but put makeup tutorial related video title and thumbnail. I promise the traffic will skyrocket like 2,000 views in a week. That's an idea. What if I were to... Well, here's the thing. I would have to do that on a different channel, I'm sure. Because on this channel, like I say, with Calumniator... I'm going to get this word wrong every time, Calumniator. Even if I do something that is non-political, you can't even find it. It's squashed. It's so that is an idea of just titling it "Makeup Tutorial" and then talking about politics. That's actually kind of funny because people on the internet watch only the 2 million views on makeup videos. Okay, I need to learn about makeup. Actually, you know, it's funny that the thumbnails I've been using this week were the AI. And all I did is I put in a picture of me, right? And I said, make him handsome. And those are that's what I got. And I just think it's funny. But, you know, I don't even know if we're going to need makeup in the future. Well, you know, we can probably have, I could do some kind of filter filter on my live stream. So let me check out and see if there's anybody over on Rumble. Let's see. Oh, hey, Duggo gave me $5. Thanks, Duggo. I appreciate you greatly. Thank God it's Fact Check Friday. Tobias, thanks for dropping in over there. And let's see if anyone did anything on... let's see, we're over at... Let's see. I'm live. I am live on Twitch. I don't know if... don't know if anyone's there. Let's see. Like I say, I got some issues with my Macs. I had to take this one offline because I'm having this iCloud problem. But I'm going to try to get that sorted out this weekend and put on an even better show for you on Monday. Looking at the stream chat. Hey, we got Apothecary John over there in the chat. What's up? What's up, John? Thanks for throwing up some flames in the chat on Twitch. That is good. I would love to get... let's see if we can get 5 subscribers on Twitch. And I would really love it if someone would go to Odyssey and watch me live on Odyssey, because I don't think anyone's ever watched me live over there. Seems to be a bit of a dead platform, but whatever. It is what it is. Back here, every nuance is a big difference. Exercise and nuance. That is that is an interesting thing. I went with the coffee because that's my name. So I actually did start years ago Coffee and Stream, which was I was just going to review streaming shows on Netflix and Prime and stuff. And I made 4 videos, and someone made a comment like, you're talking too long. Why do you talking this long about this? Just give a quick review. And it affected me. It hurt my feelings, and I stopped making videos on that. But I should get back to, trying to put up some streaming reviews, because I watch a lot of that. But anyway, it says, how many likes do I have on YouTube right now? Well, let's see. See, I got 18 people watching, and I got 14 likes. That's pretty freaking amazing. That's pretty freaking amazing, because am I one of those people? Because I haven't liked myself. Oh, actually, I don't think I'm watching me. So 14 out of 18 people have hit the like button. This is the best freaking audience that there is. And here's the thing, right? Have you ever talked to someone and they're like, oh, yeah, I was in Alabama, I didn't like it. Or I was in New York City, I didn't like it. Or I was in Minnesota, and I don't know, the people there were... That's a reflection of you. I've traveled all over the world. I've lived all over the world. I've lived on 4 continents. And what I found is there are freaking awesome people everywhere, okay? And we've got awesome people here watching this show. But what that tells me is there's a lot more awesome people out there that would like this show, okay? And by the way, if you've got a great show to recommend for me, please do. Because I would, if there's someone else doing a fantastic show, let other people know about it. I'd like to know about it. I think most of these shows on YouTube are garbage, So if you know of a great one, you can let me know. But the thing is, we got a lot of awesome people here, but you're not the only awesome people in the world. I really believe that what I'm doing here does have a broader appeal than 18 people. Okay. I think there's a lot of people that would like this. And unfortunately, our government, I'm just saying our government, is making sure it doesn't happen. And I don't want to let the bastards win. So anyway, if I was a bit negative during my rant, please forgive me. It's just been tough. It's tough. Last night it was tough. I was like, hey, I made a video on that word. Calumniator? Did I get it right? And and I couldn't find it. And I'm like, why can't I find it? I'm logged in as me. Why can't I find it? This is BS. So it's affected me a bit, but it is what it is. This weekend, I'm going to work on the tech, see if I can get some work on improving the show. And you've done your part by hitting the like button. If you can share this with someone, if anybody knows somebody that works at YouTube or Google, that would be cool. If you know a big creator, that would be cool. If anyone knows MTG, that would be cool. I'd say reach out to AOC, but I don't think she cares about censorship. I don't think she cares about people exposing misinformation, So, yeah, MTG, give me a call. We can talk about government censorship, and you could really make a difference. You really could make a difference. You have the power to do it. I don't have a whole lot of power here, but you, as my audience, you do have power. You can, if I do a show you like, or show them part of this show today with the Google stuff. It might open someone's eyes. Probably most people won't care, but that'll let you know what kind of person someone is. Anyway, I'm just babbling. So Tobias was here, says, I know nobody. Diet Sprite says, I don't know anybody. Sorry. I get it. I don't know a whole lot of people either. And I can't even get my sisters to watch my show. So I understand. I know the struggle. But anyway, that's all I got for you today. Hope you have a beautiful weekend. I'm going to be back on Monday with an even better show. So thanks and peace.